As the morning light penetrates the sea of clouds at the golden summit of Mount Emei, the gilded robe of the 10 Directions Samantabhadra statue glimmers in the sun, and the cry of the spiritual monkeys echoes among the azalea bushes at Wanfo summit. This mountain lying on the southwestern edge of the Sichuan Basin, with its majestic and elegant in the southwest posture, integrates natural wonders and Buddhist Zen into the ultimate model of Oriental landscapes. From the Western Emperor's Mountain in Shanhai Jing to Li Bei's praise of Sichuan has many fairy mountains, and Emei is unparalleled. From the bronze temple bell of Wanyan Temple to the Sea of Clouds and Buddha's light at the golden summit, Mount Emei, with Sen years of cultural imprints and Sibai million years of geological wonders, tells the eternal Zen meaning of the mountain is a Buddha, and the Buddha is a mountain. It is a world natural and cultural heritage, the dojo of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, and even a path of cultivation where every step gives birth to a lotus in the hearts of every climber. The elegance of Mount Emei comes from a geological epoch spanning hundreds of millions of years. About Sibai Bashir, a million years ago, this place was still part of the ancient Tethys Ocean. Plate collisions gradually lifted the submarine sedimentary rocks, forming the unique landform of 3 peaks standing, like the pretty forehead and eyebrows. The main peak, Golden Summit, is Sen, Lin Qishido meters above sea level, with a drop of Wubai meters from Qingyin Pavilion at the foot of the mountain. This sharp vertical height difference creates the ecological wonder of one mountain has 4 seasons, and 10 miles have different days, from the subtropical broadleaved forest at the foot of the mountain, to the temperate coniferous forest in the middle of the mountain, and then to the frigid meadow at the top. It seems to condense the vegetation landscape of the entire northern hemisphere. What is most amazing is the 4 wonders of the Golden Summit. When the Sea of Clouds surges, the peaks are like isolated islands floating in the white fog waves. The sunrise and Sea of Clouds in the early morning makes the sky splash out a gradient color from crimson to golden orange. When the Buddha's light appears, the sun forms a circular rainbow through the clouds, and the viewer's figure is just reflected in the center of the halo. Like the figure of the Buddha, this optical phenomenon is called Emei precious light in meteorology, but in the eyes of believers, it is the manifestation of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. On the night of holy lights, the phosphorescent fires in the mountains are like stars, and it is said that they are the shining of the Buddha's relics. In the winter of ice and snow wonders, the mountains are covered with jade trees and branches, and the golden summit is more holy against the white snow. Geologists call Mount Emei a natural geological museum. The Cliff of Sheshanya is a treasure house of ancient marine fossils. Those corals and ammonites embedded in the rocks witness the changes of the sea and the land. The canyon of Longmen Cave is a relic of glacial action. The Ushapt Valley and moraines tell the past of the Quaternary glaciation. The hot springs all over the mountains are gifts from the integration of underground hot water and rock minerals. Among them, the Lingshu hot spring has a water temperature of around 60°C all year round, rich in fluorine, silicon and other elements, and has been a healing resort since ancient times. The spiritual monkeys in the mountain are the living business card of Mount Emei. These Tibetan macaques are not afraid of tourists, and will take the initiative to reach out for food, even jump on their shoulders to act like a baby known as monkey layman. There is a local story of monkeys snatching scriptures. In ancient times, there was a monk reciting the Avatamsaka Sutra, and the spiritual monkey could repeat the scriptures after eavesdropping, which shows that all creatures in Mount Emei have Buddha nature. In order to protect these spiritual monkeys, the scenic spot has set up a monkey area, with special personnel management, while keeping them in a wild state. This mode of coexistence between man and nature is exactly the embodiment of the Buddhist concept of equality of all beings. The double bridge clear sound of Qingyin Pavilion is the most poetic scenery of Mount Emei. The black and white waters meet here. The Beilong River is like silver, and the Hailong River is like ink. The two waterfalls hit the new seen stone, making a sound like a piano and a harp. Fang Sharu in the Ming Dynasty once wrote a poem. Two dragons gargle jade through double bridges, and the sound of pines in 10,000 valleys rolls green waves. In folk legends, this is Samantabhara Bodhisattva, playing Sanskrit to extradition all living beings. Every moonlit night, the moonlight sprinkles on the water through the bridge hole, forming the wonder of double bridge moonlit night, making people linger and forget to return. The 4 seasons of Mount Emei are 4 different practice journeys. When spring comes to Emei, the azalea sea blooms, from low mountains to high mountains. The beauty azalea in Lai Dongping and the hair-condensed azalea in the golden summit bloom, one after another, contrasting with the dove tree flowers in the mountains. Climbing the mountain at this time is like walking through the sea of flowers, feeling the vitality of spring hearts stirring. Mount Emei in summer is a summer resort. The stream of Qingyin Pavilion gurgles, and the green shade of Wanyan Temple is like a cover. Occasionally, after a mountain rain, a rainbow will rise in the canyon, making people understand the Zen principle of all dharmas are impermanent. Mount Emei in autumn is dyed into colorful colors. Maple leaves and ginkgos are dotted among the green pines and cypresses. Near the Jian Hall at an altitude of Wubai meters, the sea of clouds and red leaves form the grand scene of red city clouds rising. Climbing high and looking far at this time, one will have an epiphany of a leaf knows autumn. The golden summit in winter is a world of ice and snow. The sea of clouds condenses into rime at low temperatures. Thousands of trees and branches are like pear blossoms, blooming. The ice crystals under the sunlight reflect colorful lights, like a glass world, making people feel the purity of all. Dharmas return to emptiness.